So here we are, taking a little bit of a different tack this time. I've got a selfie stick. That's why it's looking kind of down on a kind of downwards angle. I'll try and get maybe a little bit more level in a minute. If I keep looking down, it's because I'm on kind of rough ground here. I'm not on an actual path. It's kind of like out in the wild here. Isn't it beautiful, by the way? I don't know if you can see this. I'll just do a quick circle. You can see that this is one of the most beautiful places, and it is right across the road from my house, which is amazing. I've mentioned this before. In fact, I'm going to do a whole video on this, more like a cinematic-y, B-rolly type one of this whole wetlands area. I live like kilometers and kilometers over that way, and literally I spent the last 2 or 3 hours just riding my bike around the wetlands, and it is fantastic. This is one of the reasons I love China, just because there's so much beauty, and especially here, when I bought my house in this area because I knew that this whole area was being preserved and turned into like a nature reserve / park that you can walk around. And it was a solid move because literally this is the most tranquil place ever. You wouldn't think that you were in a big city in China. And if you look kind of, I guess I can kind of do another circle. I don't know if you can see this behind me. There is probably not actually because I'm pointing down at my face. I'll get my phone out in a minute and I'll show you. But basically there's big high rises over here. There's the main city is over this way. There's mountains this way. And this place, you wouldn't even know. I mean, you can see it, but it is so peaceful. I love coming out here because it's opposite my house with all this, the lockdown going on at the moment. It's basically just my place of solitude and retreat because I can get out here. I don't need to wear a face mask when I'm away from everybody else. Over here in the main park is kind of busy because it is, you know, the weather is lovely. Like I said in the last video, probably don't need to be wearing this. Not wearing my company t-shirt this time. Just too lazy to take it off, I guess. But yeah, literally, this is so tranquil out here. It is fantastic. Anyway, today I thought I would just make a quick video, and I'll probably put something so that people can skip to this point in the video if they didn't want to watch the first part of it. But I thought I'd make a video on my position on China. Am I pro-China? Am I against China? What do I think of China? And kind of just answering some of the things I see in the comment section, because I see a lot of people that they seem to think because you don't put bad stuff out about China, that means you're basically a paid member of the CCP, like not promotion gang, propaganda gang. And it's just simply not the case. I mean, me and Kirk and Alex from Reportify and all the other guys that we do the live streams with, I've said this several times. If we are, then and if that makes you a CCP shill, where's the paycheck? Like, nobody is paying anybody to say anything. These are all just completely my own feelings. Like, the main thing that really annoys me is people always say, because you don't say bad things about China, Alex, that means that you are basically like, you're promoting the CCP. You are saying this tyrannous government is fine. And it's not a tyrannous government. I'll do a whole nother video on this about how people seem to think it's kind of like a North Korea type situation where people are living in complete poverty. The government is beating down on them every day. And it's just simply not the case. My videos myself don't show anything bad. And that's not because I'm trying to be super pro CCP. It's just because I'm not a negative person. I don't see any point in putting out negative videos, because if I was to make negative videos all the time, negativity is the same as positivity. It's one of those things that spreads and it rubs off and it kind of gets into you. Now, I'd much rather be positive and have positivity rub off on my family, the people around me and myself, than be a negative person and just constantly have like those negative thoughts build and build and build until you can really hate the place. I've seen other foreigners here come and go, and it's because they get here, and a lot of the time they find things which are, you know, that you're not used to from your home country, things which are not so great sometimes. And it's not like I'm saying there's nothing which is bad at all, because there are things which annoy me. Like, for example, if I just wanted to say off the top of my head, driving here is kind of frustrating. It's one of the things that makes me It can get me quite angry a lot of the time, but I don't mention it because I'm just not a negative person. Anyway, I've come to the end of this little path thing here. I've walked out to this peninsula because I've just wanted to have a look. You can see behind me here, there's somewhere behind me here, if I go nice and high, I don't know if you can see this, there's a fish farm just over here. And I've just come out, isn't this? But just have a look at the beauty from out here. Look, I don't know if you can see it. It's just sunset time. There's this amazing sky. As soon as I'm finished shooting this talking part, I'll shoot some B-roll of the sky and the clouds. It looks absolutely unreal. But yeah, I've just walked out here because I've always wanted to see what was at the end of this peninsula. I've actually cycled here and I've left my bike way over here. Like I couldn't even get back to it. If someone went and picked it up now, well, I can't even actually see it, but if someone went to go and get it, there would be nothing I could do. Like literally nothing. But that's the great thing about China. China is super safe. I go in shops. I ride my bike down to the shops on like busy streets. And you want to go into the shops, you don't need to lock your bike, you just stand it up outside. I'm not saying there isn't any crime in China, but especially Wenzhou, it's just very safe and very nice. Just you can nip in and out, you leave your bike by the door and it's all good. But yeah, anyway, I digress, getting back to why I don't. So I don't like to, I don't like to just, you know, constantly bang on about things that I don't like. I don't think there's any country or any government that I think is particularly perfect. I think that every country and every government has its downsides. And the other thing is that when people are mentioning this stuff about the government, I don't do governments. Like, I'm not interested in politics, really. I've talked politics on our live stream, but generally, like, governments and politics, it's just a boring situation to me. It's not something that I don't really take any pleasure in talking about. Like, if people ask me stuff about the government in England, like, see, I'm not nationalist. That's the thing. Like, if people say to me, Alex, are you proud of being English? I'll say, hell yeah, I'm proud of being English. I'm proud of my South African family, proud of my family in whatever part of the world they come from, because I got quite an international kind of family. But at the same time, if someone says, do you think that blah, blah, blah prime minister is kind of shit? I'm like, yeah, I do. There's a lot of things about England which I think suck. But there's a lot of things which are absolutely fantastic. And it's the same with anywhere I've lived. I've lived in a lot of different places. I've lived in France. I've lived here for but I think everybody's experience of a place is exactly that, unique. And I get there's some people that may have a reason to not have a fully positive experience of China, and that's great, but that's your experience. If you don't have a positive experience, that's great, and I feel bad for you, man, but it's not mine. So I basically only make videos of my experiences here in China and my feelings about everything which is about me. And as egocentric as that sounds, I don't really care, because I didn't start a YouTube channel to be into politics, because, you know, politics, once again, need to remind you, is not my area of interest. I don't give a shit. And, you know, if you're going to make videos and you make videos a lot, it has to be something you are interested in. It's the same reason I'm not really into doing stuff that I don't like, because if you don't like doing something, you won't do it 100% properly, you won't put your full effort in, and then it shows. So I show stuff that I like and cool stuff, and it's kind of cliched that in the sense that most of us do this. We start YouTube channels because you want to show the world exactly what you are doing and what you like, right? So you just, that's exactly it. So yeah, that is exactly it. So if you're one of the haters that I've pointed to this video, watch this, take this in, and just understand that you're never going to get me to badmouth China. There are things I don't like I said, not too fond of driving. Sometimes when people pushing in front of queues, that kind of sucks. But, you know, there's a lot of stuff which I love about living here and I find amazing. And it basically outweighs anything that annoys me by 1,000 times. So I'm just going to keep on pointing out the things that I like and pointing out the things that I don't like. And if you're one of these people that can't accept that, then probably go to a different channel, because there is plenty of haters out there. If you want to hate China, there is plenty of them. you can go all the way to China Uncensored. They bash on China all the time. They'd be probably best for you. But if you're one of these people who likes China, who likes seeing the world, who likes seeing me and me experiencing the world or showing you the world through my eyes, then yeah, stick around. This is the channel for you. Hopefully, I'm gonna do some more walk and talk videos. If these walk and talk videos are your forte, then please hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know, and I'll be sure to make some more, because there are literally miles and miles, hundreds of miles of probably park here that I can wander around and talk about stuff with you guys. I am going to bring out some more cinematic stuff. If you watch the live stream, I reviewed my plans for some cinematic stuff that will be coming out soon, because I do like the classic filmmaking kind of stuff as well as just vlogging. But anyway, guys, until next time, peace out. Hit me up in the comments down below, and see you next time. Bye-bye.